Hello Aries, and welcome to your May 2018 tarot readings with me. Dear Aries, if you are new to my channel, I suggest you please do subscribe so that you're notified every time I release a new video. My dear Aries, let's get started to see what's in store for us for the month of May. Well, dear Aries, fasten your seatbelt for the first week of the month of May, because the first week is going to be a bit turbulent for you. The energies announce conflicts, rivalry, oppositions to you, my dear Aries. So there might be some situations wherein you are confronting people, wherein you are getting into arguments with some people. So my advice, rather not advice, but my suggestion to you would be keep your cool. Don't get into any ego hassles. Don't get into any conflicts. People are going to be very provocative. They are going to provoke you to get mad, and you have to avoid it in no matter what circumstance it is. Just go for peace. This is my suggestion to you, dear Aries, because the first week's energy, it shows there is someone especially in your entourage who is going to try to bother you and make you react, actually. And for an Aries, reaction comes as a second nature. Yeah, so you have to, this is going to be a test time for you, wherein you will really have to be cool, be really grounded, so that let those winds of botheration come around you and not swirl you and hurl you and take you somewhere. Just be rooted. When you are strong and rooted on your own grounds, nothing can uproot you. You see what I mean, dear Aries? So this is the energy of the first week. The first week of the month of May also shows that some of you are going to be dealing with some bureaucracy, some kind of paperworks are there, some kind of legal paperworks are in, administrative stuff is going on, lots of papers on your table, and you have to deal with lots of things at this point of time. Maybe something comes up suddenly and you have to deal with it just at the spur of the moment. So keep all your papers and all your files nicely piled up, so that no matter what, you have all your papers and you are following all the things legally, and you are not diverting from your path, because that can cause you some monetary loss if you are not in the legal framework, my dear Aries. So be very careful on this point especially. Then some of the Aries, I see that some of you might receive a news that is not very pleasant to hear. It can be someone in your relatives or from some of your friends that something is not okay with them, and this kind of news can also test your nerves, I would say, because it's not going to be a very pleasant news. So all in all, the first week is all about bumpy rides, I would say. But somehow I feel that these kind of energies come into our life only to test us, only to try to see how far we have come. Have we evolved in a right way, or does it need do we need more classes of evolution? Yes, my dear Aries, because what happens is that when these kind of tests come in, that means you have to be happy, actually. When problems come in, somehow we have to be happy, because that means the universe has chosen us for a greater job and is just testing us if we are ready for it or not. So what happens is that when these are not very big problems that you're going to face. So when they come, you have to say, okay, I am ready. But you cannot solve them with a reactive mind, okay? But with an active mind, which is at peace with itself. Active towards the problem, but peace within yourself. So you have to find that balance inside of you. This peace inside of you, you will have to find, my dear Aries, in order to deal with these small air turbulence on your voyage. Yes, my dear Aries, so you have to fasten your seat belt, but you know what, your pilot is quite good. Yes, and the pilot is the divine and knows where to take you, how to take you, and how to give you a safe landing. But if you start reacting, and if you start, getting a bit, destabilized, then what happens is that the divine knows that he has to take you in a very good way, on the good path, but then your reactions can somehow divert the attention, or rather would not allow the divine to take you to that proper path. So you have to cooperate, but in a peaceful way. The more energy you spend negatively, the less the chances are that you get to the right destination, my dear Aries. So metamorphosize, no, that's not the good word. Let's say a metamorphosis has to take place inside of you, wherein your reactivity should be just on that point, on that problem, but not to get worked up inside of you, because that can just lead to your stress, to your blood pressure levels rising high, or for you becoming, having migraines and things like that. So you don't want it that way, my dear Aries. So you have to be careful about that in the first week. Be sure that you take the bull by its horns and you dominate this situation. Whatever the situation which is a bit tricky that arises in the first week, my dear Aries, you dominate it with your power of solving the problem rather than creating more, okay? And these problems are not the problems that will not get solved. They are just passing phases, and it means that, and you have to be really happy, because this is going to just pass. This phase is going to pass in the first week, because after that the energies will change for you, and in a good and a beneficial way, provided you take the good steps in the very first week. So get grounded, get stable inside of you, and nothing can touch you. Yes, my dear Aries. And then now with this energy, what are we doing? We are going to the second week. Now the second week, I see Aries are networking. They are networking. They are meeting lots of people. I see many Aries who are partying. Many of you are networking for business purpose, with your friends. I see many of you. There is some kind of group meetings taking place. You're organizing something maybe in the second week of May. Maybe there is an event that you're organizing, a marriage that you're planning, or a relative is getting married, so you are, contributing to it. So all this I am seeing in the second week. You are making many new contacts, my dear Aries, in the second week. However, you have to take care also over here is that you are going to make new friends, okay? But you have to take care as to selecting the friends, You really cannot say, oh, they are speaking so well to me, so they are my friends and they are good. No, not at all. You have to make them go through a litmus test. You have to see, you have to try and test them in the ways that are, your ways of testing. If a person is stronger as a friend, or is just, whatever the person says is just lip service, or is it coming from the heart? This is what you will have to see, because you might land up with wrong kind of people also. So when you are networking for business or your personal purposes, or whatever is regarding an association, an event, management, organization, know that there are hidden enemies over there. So there you will have to be careful. So how can you be careful? Because it's very difficult. We don't know who is trustworthy and who isn't, right? So in that case, when we don't know what is around us, at that time we have to trust what is inside of us. And that what is very important to us shouldn't be revealed outside until you're extremely sure. So you have to take care of this part, my dear Aries, in the second week. A lot of beneficial associations also I see, friendships happening, a lot of partying taking place in the second week of the month of May. However, don't open up in front of people who are just new to your circle. Okay, so just be careful on that particular point, but otherwise I think it's going to be good and socially rich time. This is what I see. And there is a lot of enterprising spirit that is rising within, and somewhere I feel some of you are going to enter into some kind of partnerships, because this is the third energy that is happening after for you. And I see that somehow in the second week of May, you are going to meet with some key people also, wherein you are planning to launch something with them, to organize something really big with them, professionally speaking. And this energy, we go with this energy into the third week of May. And what is the third week of May, my dear Aries? The third week of May is about the spontaneous initiatives that you're going to take. You're going to take some spontaneous initiatives in a particular direction, and it's a very favorable energy for starting something new, my dear Aries. The third week of May gets to you some kind of genius ideas, some kind of, innovative ideas that come into your mind, and you want to apply those ideas into your existing profession, into your professional field, into your personal field, regarding your relationships with people. And it's very spontaneous. So whatever comes spontaneously to you, my dear Aries, in the third week is extremely beneficial and profitable for you. So keep an open mind and a very broad perspective, I would say. The horizon is very, is very broad for you. So you will have quite a few opportunities that are going to present themselves to you in the third week. And I really feel that this is coming from the second week. Some kind of connections in the second week are bringing you these kind of energies in the third week of creation, of spontaneity, of beginning something new, dear Aries. And once again, I feel that these are very good energies, and yes, your communication skills have to be polished at this point of time. You need to really polish your communication skills for the third week, because they are going to be very handy for you in the third week as far as approaching the authorities for your creative initiatives takes place. So as far as it is concerned, your communication skills will matter a lot. So yes, be sharp, yet be how do you say, not very head on. Be calmer, but be sharp to make your points and to convince to the higher authorities of what exactly you're looking for. And then with this energy of creation, of spontaneous enterprises, of successful beginnings, we are going to the fourth week, dear Aries. And what is the fourth week about? The fourth week is all about growth. Growth financially, growth spiritually, growth in your affection regarding your sentimental life. Whatever problems, dear Aries, that you have been facing in the past few months, now some kind of help I see coming in the 4th week to you. Whatever the botherations that you have been having so far, a kind of a relief comes in the 4th week. Maybe you are getting some money from somewhere all of a sudden, like, you know, like universe is blessing you, or there is a contract, or there is a new contract that comes to you which is very fruitful for you. Or it can also be through your buying and selling. I see something related to housing, investments. So that means real estate is also going to give you money. If you're planning to sell a house, then expect something positive to happen about the house selling in the 4th week of the month of May. Because I see, yeah, there is a lot of, yeah, financially it looks abundant to me in the 4th week of May. And at this point of time, plan, if you are getting a whole lot of money in the 4th week, my dear Aries, please plan carefully about your money, because today what you get, tomorrow you might lose it. So invest very carefully, okay? Because what happens is that money is, according to me, money is the most infidel lover. She's like an infidel lover, I would say. I would not say she. It would be too sexist to do that. I would say that money is the most infidel lover. So never trust money, okay? Money can come in and money leaves like that. Or you might not have anything and you might just get it just like that. So you never know. The more you are, you know, like this about money, it will escape. The more you are like that, it escapes also. Yeah, so not too stingy, not too generous, but just be balanced. This is what the attitude you need to have regarding money in the 4th week. Because I see that there is a very, you know, all those investments that you have been making in the past are paying off. So maybe some insurance policies maturing for you. Maybe if you are an elderly Aries, then maybe, you know, something regarding your pensions or provident fund, or it can also mean some kind of breakthrough I see financially for you, dear Aries, in the 4th week. So keep your eyes open and invest very how to say, not sharply but intelligently and wisely, my dear Aries. This is what I can tell you. Also in the 4th week, your efforts of the past are going to be rewarded. So this reward can come as a promotion. This reward can come as a salary hike. This reward can come in the form of financial abundance. Yes, my dear Aries, so all these nice things to expect in the 4th week. This is what I see. All in all, the 4th week is about positive financial news for you. So there you go. The first week hasn't started so well, but however, we are ending the month quite well. And provided we are wiser, we are more focused. So what is happening, dear Aries, is that by the end of the month, we are learning our lessons well, and we are learning a lot of things. Right from the beginning, we go through botherations, then we come to people, and then we come to initiatives, and then we come to abundance. And this abundance is not it is not just financially, it is the abundance of the love, of the sentiments too, my dear Aries. And this is where the magic lies. Yeah, because what is that keeps on multiplying is love. The more you give, the more you get, right? So focus on that too, my dear Aries, in the 4th week. Yes. And all in all, I feel it's quite a positive read for you for this month, and please do like, share and comment, and I shall see you with the message of the universe. We are going to see what is the message of the universe, how do we deal with the energies of this month for you, dear Aries. So I'm going to see you with this video, which will be uploaded shortly, and of course in the month of June. So till then, I'll say take care, keep cool, and multiply your abundance. Okay, so take good care of yourself, my dear Aries. Bye bye, take care, bye.